a little bit for a feedback forum. So this is our ever-growing group of staff here at RMMFI. There's a few extra faces here, and we just keep growing and growing, and it's a beautiful team to be a part of. One of the most recent additions is the capital coordinator, John Bellamy. And John, you're doing a phenomenal work with the entrepreneurs. I'm hearing a lot from you, and it's just unusual that someone in an organization hears from the capital coordinator building such a rapport with our entrepreneurs. So I just want to commend you on that. Great job.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So for everybody, if you want to follow us on all of our social media, and we are working to grow that, hint, hint. So if you could like and subscribe to it, and it's in the signatures of all of the emails you receive. So there's also a community newsletter that you can subscribe to as well, and that should be in the newsletter. But it's the best way to learn about RMMFI. You'll hear news about the entrepreneurs and some of the local events that we're going to attend and we're planning to attend, like some of the pop-ups where you can come out and support some of the entrepreneurs. So it's a really good way to stay in touch. And for the entrepreneurs, especially, mark those calendars. We will be doing this again, Retrospective 2. And that's coming up on March 23rd. And then shortly after that, you guys will have the honor of graduating. So we'll go over the rules of the retro. Tonight, we're covering the marketing and operations pillars. This is just the first half of the program that the entrepreneurs have learned, and they're just going to show their understanding of those two pillars. And then on Retro 2, we'll cover the financials and management. What we like to put an emphasis on are our big rocks. So it's the right message to the right audience, the capital needs, the target market, and the operation cycles. And we'll be paying special attention to these quadrants during this presentation. And this is the toughest slide in the entire deck. 6 minutes to present those 8 slides. It gets kind of tough. So I kind of want to give you guys a heads up. If you can only hit a few bullet points on your presentations, that way we'll be able to respect everybody's time and end on time tonight. So we'll have a virtual format. The entrepreneurs are going to present. I'll control the slides. Feel free to let me know when you want me to move on to the next one. There'll be a link to the electronic forms into the chat. We only want the mentoring teams and staff to fill out the electronic forms. No one else needs to go into there. Each presentation will have its own score form. So make sure that you're filling out the right one that coordinates with the entrepreneur that's presenting. And then they're going to be linked previously in the chat. All of the feedback is anonymous, and the scores and comments will be shared with the entrepreneurs. During the feedback forum, everyone will have an opportunity to network with the entrepreneur. So we'll put people in breakout rooms, and you know, you can kind of chat and just give a little bit of feedback and network. The feedback should be high level, positive, and honest. So the entrepreneurs also have an opportunity to earn up to $300 towards their launch loan eligibility. So if you're going for the loan at the end of graduation, this is an opportunity to boost up to the maximum allowable amount. I'll stop here briefly so everyone could kind of get a glimpse at the presentation order.
Great moment to also thank our awesome mentors who are listed here. Thanks for being here, everybody, to cheer on the entrepreneurs that you've been supporting. We really appreciate you.
Definitely. Thank you, Emma. So are we ready to present?
Yes, we are.
Well, I was waiting for Kiara because I know she wanted to go first.
Absolutely. I am here. Hello, everybody. And today is Thursday. I am in San Diego for my birthday weekend, and I am presenting to you from the beach area. But welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining. My name is Kiara Ria. I am the owner of Creative Kids TV Journalist Camp. I provide a hands-on 8-week virtual summer training program for students in grades 10 through 12 who are interested in growing their social media following by creating informative media for the world from their point of view. Your child will learn how to research various topics, interview sources in their communities, edit and produce content via our broadcasting platforms. I strongly believe that our youth want to be empowered and want to make their own mark in this world, but due to current influences, they don't know how or are just following trends. So our students are future leaders, and my program will provide a creative outlet for them to be set apart from the rest by becoming influenced instead of being influenced. Our very first session will be starting this summer of 2022. And to find out more information about the benefits of our program and to enroll your student, you can visit us at creativekidstv.com, which is currently under construction, but will be live in the next couple of weeks. Or you can visit us on all of our social media platforms at Creative Kids TV, and you can reach me creativekidstv@gmail.com. Ramalis, can you move to the next slide?
We never received your slides.
Yes, you did, because I just confirmed that last night.
Actually, Jeremy was going to have you present the slides on your screen to share. We weren't able to
Okay.
access them.
Okay. Do I have the availability to do that now?
Yes.
All right, give me one moment. Let me go ahead and present that. Share here. Just isn't there. Can you see my screen, everyone?
We got it.
And let me go to slideshow. You can see here?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not my definitive logo. This is just a temporary placeholder. However, it is Creative Kids TV Journalist Camp, and it's hashtag Be the Influence. These are all of our social media platforms. Okay, so talking about the market environment, parents of high school students. Basically, I am a parent of a high school student, and I have constantly looked for programs to enroll my student in that is not only educational, but is also informative and is also engaging enough for my child basically to be involved, wanting to do it, that it's worth my time, it's worth my money. But within the market environment, there are a lot of parents that are searching for programs for their students that provide these aspects, right? They don't just want it to be informative and educational for them because they're not going through it. They want it to be informative and educational for their students and that they actually enjoy it. The cost of these programs range from free programs that don't cost anything to where you can enroll in that with maybe grants or something that is just a free program, and it might just provide a basic instruction of things all the way up until 8,000, 9, 10, some go for more, depending on where it's at within that range. And the duration ranges from basically a day to 2 weeks. I put 2 weeks, but it could go up until 3 weeks. Parents are also looking for something that is productive for their teens to do during the summer. It's either your teen is working or they are just sitting around the house and they're not doing anything productive. And so a lot of parents are looking for an opportunity to make sure that their child is getting something that is beneficial for them and something that's helping them to be able to pursue something long-term outside of high school. Teens are also currently on social media. They're following influencers. They're following influencers who are females. Let's say there's female models that are just modeling different outfits. They're out there and it's nothing really productive per se, or they're following social media influencers that are other teens that are out there doing pranks, things like that. I know that from a personal experience from my child bringing to me, here's what's on TikTok. And she's showing me high schoolers that are just out there playing pranks on their parents or just doing random stuff, but it's nothing really productive. They're just creating their own content. And so teens are really wanting to pursue also outside of that, maybe a broadcasting field as a career after graduation, or maybe they want to start a YouTube channel, but they don't really know what type of content to present on that YouTube channel. So that's currently what is out there. My target customer is going to be teens that are in grades 10 through 12 that are currently on social media that are looking for that outlet. They want to have some content to be able to present out there, but they just don't know, they just don't know what they want to do. There's parents that are searching, like I said, for something that's productive, but they also want something that is creative and enjoyable for their student, but they don't know where to go to look for that. Because a lot of the programs, they might be, as I've researched, maybe at Yale or different colleges that are maybe for journalism or for broadcasting, which is something that I have a degree in. But that is pushing them towards a traditional aspect of pursuing broadcasting, pursuing journalism. This is targeting teens that want to have a creative outlet. Teens that also currently have a smartphone, a laptop, and internet access, because that is something that's going to be needed for this program. And teens who are currently in possibly other camps that they're focused on this aspect, or they're in classes within their school. So within my daughter's school, she has a TV production course that students are in. And not every student might be in that, but the ones that are in there, they're interested in doing those things. They want to be on camera. They want to be on screen. They're out there interviewing people within their schools, but they may want to expand their knowledge and they may want to explore other things besides current school issues or current teen issues that are only affecting people that they know around them. And like also teens who have expressed an interest in being on camera just for fun or as a future career. For my 4 P's of messaging, the product is an educational and creative training camp, providing a live instruction by me, class interaction. So that's going to include projects that are going to be distributed each week to where the student is able to actually get out there and research their topics. They will get that basic instruction, but they will also get that motivation. They will get that coaching that they need to be able to go out there and to be able to do it on their own, which will also translate into be able to doing this outside of this program. The price for this program is going to be $1,500, which is going to include a press kit. The press kit is going to include documentation paperwork. So an NIL document, which means name, image, and likeness. I can use your name, image, and likeness to film you on camera, and I can put you on camera and you're going to be broadcast on Creative Kids TV, these broadcast networks that we have. They're going to get a microphone that's going to have Creative Kids TV logo on there. They're going to get a t-shirt that's going to say Creative Kids TV, hashtag be the influence. They will also get a tripod that they can use their phone and they can set up in there. And it's going to be something that's so convenient that they can just go out and really research even after this program and utilize those instruments to be able to research their topics and actually get out there and get their stories and be able to broadcast it in a easy and affordable format. The placement of that is going to be virtual. It's all going to be online. The promotion is going to be providing a creative outlet for your child. The hashtag, once again, is being an influence instead of being influenced. That is what I'm focusing on, because I don't want these students, and once again, this is based off of my personal experience and what I've experienced with my daughter. And and her being influenced by social media, and all of us really in an aspect being influenced by social media, even as adults, we get influenced. And so I want to really encourage these kids to actually be that influence instead of being influenced by others. My marketing action plan, word of
Yeah.
mouth.
Sorry to interrupt you. We just have 1 minute left. Thank you.
Thank you. Word of mouth, business cards, flyers, reaching out to the schools, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, doing viral videos, radio and TV advertisement. And my Operation Big Rocks. It's all going to basically be me initially. Assistance from family and friends. I will be instructing the class. I'll be creating the videos, assembling and shipping press kits to students, doing the administrative duties, and it will all be online. My cycle will come from marketing, generating leads, following up on leads, doing the registration, preparing and sending the press kits, instructing live classes, uploading the completed projects to our broadcasting platforms, managing our social media, organizing the graduation and final reels, and inviting for feedback and review of past participants. Price points, the press kits will be about $300 per child, which will be funded by their enrollment fees. The marketing, about $250 for the videos, that's from personal finances. Business, startup logistics, that's the paperwork and the website and things like that, and that is funded by my personal finances as well. Once again, my name is Kiara Ria, and this is Creative Kids TV Journalist Camp, #BeTheInfluence, and I encourage you to enroll your student in our program starting 2022, and you can follow us at these platforms. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yay.
Give Kiara a hand.
Woo, great job.
Nice work.
Great presentation. So we'll give the coaches a few more moments to fill out their forms, and then we'll get ready for the next presenter. Is there anybody who needs more time, or are we ready to move forward? All right. So our next presenter is Rodney with the All-Purpose Group. Rodney, you look like you're ready to go.
Thank you, Mr. Romales. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening and taking your time out for us to share with you our businesses and what we're doing. My name is G. Rodney Bates. I'm the owner of the All-Purpose Group, your one-stop shop for all your consulting needs. My website and my social media pages is currently under construction, but I can be reached by my mail, P.O. Box 18422, Denver, Colorado, or directly by my cell phone, 720-404-0793. Next slide, please. Market environment. Although there's a lot of business coaches, consultants in the state, none in the immediate metro area, fewer than 10 of them specifically support veterans, formerly incarcerated individuals, and convicted felons. This is where I fit in. I come from both environments. I live the challenges that they will be facing. So my goal is to empower these individuals who have the skill set, but not the opportunity to earn living wages, and help them become entrepreneurs and small business owners. Because as we know, entrepreneurs and local businesses owners are strengthening our local economy as well as their own personal economy. And that's not only empowering, but it's helping to address our economic challenges that we face. Next slide, please. My target customers, as I said, military veterans. Being a veteran, we come out of the military from a structured environment. We run a skill set. We have a lot of ideals on how to continue to be successful in life, but we don't know really what the steps are. So I will help them, as well as the formerly incarcerated individuals who, while incarcerated, decide they want to make a change in their lives, and they have created or went and got a certificate or got a new skill set. But we know the challenges that formerly incarcerated individuals have when coming into the reentry into life and into the corporate work environment. And also there's inspiring entrepreneurs that have the ideals, that have the vision, but just don't know what it takes to get it up and get it going and bring it to life. This is where I come in. This is where the all-purpose group comes in to service them. Next slide, please. My 4 Ps in my messaging. My product is simply the business consultant and success coach. My price goes from $75 and up, and this is depending on the level of services and the various service packages that I offer. Placement directly, I will be the trainer, I will be the consultant, I will be hands-on with the individual. And my simple message, my promotion to them is just they can become a successful business owner despite the perceived barriers in past situations. I'm gonna help them bring their vision and ideal to reality, support them from A to Z where they start, grow, sustain their businesses, help them learn personal and professional development skills, and prepare them to be mentally successful for their business venture. Next slide, please. My action plan with utilizing all the social media platforms is already out there, and my in-person workshops, networking events, and one of my probably the go-to is just create and build relationships with programs and organizations that are currently supporting these potential clients. We know they have veteran support organizations, there's reentry programs that just not really have that particular niche. I would be able to offer them that particular niche and help them help the individuals be successful and start a successful business. Next slide, please. Big Rocks. I'm the primary consultant. I will be providing that training content, and I will be help supporting my clients in-person workshops and virtual workshops. Operation cycle. Activity simply is to create the content currently and the training materials for my clients, put my pricing in place in a payment structure, the branding, create the website, social media campaigns, the advertising piece, business card flyers and brochures, build relationships, like I said, with potential referral program and organizations, and start working within my community with events and workshops, and just let them know what the all-purpose group has to offer and the value that it brings to our community. Next slide, please. My capital needs, not a lot of overhead, but it's very effective. They have the logos, my website in place, business cards, brochures, and my online marketing, right around $1,075. My current funding sources is my personal savings, my work income, and potentially funding from RMMFI. Next slide, please. Again, I am Rodney Bates with the All-Purpose Group, your one-stop shop for all your consulting needs. Thank you for taking time out to listen to my short presentation.
All right. Great job, Rodney. So again, we'll give people time to get the scores in before we start with the next entrepreneur. You have some good notes in the chat, Rodney.
Appreciate that, everyone. Thank you so much.
So our next entrepreneur is Mikey. Mikey, are you ready? All right, give me a moment.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Cool. Right. No pressure. Okay. Hi, I'm Mikey. I am the owner and founder of White Dove Hotspots. I'm hoping to get started in Fort Collins. I'm currently working on buying a website. I have one administrator that you can call directly and myself. Next. All right, so the market environment would be my competition. That would be something big like Brookdale or a nonprofit like Denver Hotspots or small privately owned facilities. And I'm trying to create a community with no more than five residents. I don't want it to feel like it's in your community. I want it to feel completely individual to the people under my care. I want to offer everything they would have at home, but just have additional people there to pick them up off the floor if they fall. Next. My target customer would be the silent generation. That would be anyone born between 1928 to 1945 up to now. Typically, that demographic would have a strong work ethic, traditional values, and interpersonal respect. I'm queer, so I want to be open to the LGBT community. That demographic is known for being socially intelligent, brave, empathetic, authentic, resilient, and creative. Next. Okay, so our 4 Ps would be hospice care. I'm looking at charging $515 for a single room per day. And I actually need to change the numbers. It should actually be the other way around. I apologize. It would be $568 for a single room and $515 for a shared room. It would be in my own private residence. And I don't want to focus on death. I mean, being in this type of environment, everybody dies. But I don't want it to feel that way. I want it to be a community that can celebrate being alive, where all cultures and nationalities are welcomed and appreciated. And I want to encourage families to spend time with their loved ones. My marketing action plan would be to form personal one-on-one relationships. Out in the Fort Collins area, I'm looking at a number of organizations dedicated to helping the silent generation. Meals on Wheels, they provide food to the homeless. Silver Sneakers, they work on keeping people that are in the retirement age active. I'm looking at a number of churches affiliated with the Lutheran denomination, and I'm looking at the Fort Collins Senior Center. The Operation Bronx would be the patient. I can't do anything without a patient. The nurse, I'm only a CNA, so I would need a nurse to do all of the legalities that I'm not legally qualified to do. And then it would be myself and then the administrator. It would be a property that I purchase on my own that could have a living caregiver, a part-time nurse, and 2 patients. And I'm trying to create an atmosphere that would be very similar to your grandma's house. I grew up with my grandparents, and I really enjoyed going there on the weekends. And I want to create an atmosphere that would have that type of environment. And then my plan of action. I want to find a property in Fort Collins. I want to contact community outreach. I need to get licensing. I eventually do want to expand into a guardianship and home health. I want to hire a second CNA to be there during the week, and I want to hire a part-time nurse practitioner. And then my final activity would be to move into the house with the patients and then rotate off with me and another caregiver. I would eventually like to purchase a company bus, and then I would like to buy a second property for memory care. What I'm looking at right now requires more money than I can count to. The initial licensing application is above $4,000. I'm looking at a mortgage rate of $2,300. I need to have $2,000 before I can even put down my down payment. I'm looking at a $40 logo and a website to keep current, about $100 a year. I'm looking at hard loans and rehab loans, funding from RMFI, grants, and other opportunities. Thank you, and I'm Mikey.
Yay.
Great job, Mikey.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. So again, we'll give everybody time to fill out their forms and get prepared for the next entrepreneur. So Hannah, we'll have you next if you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Should I wait for you to pull up my slides?
Go ahead and I'll pull it up while you're talking.
Sure. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hannah Kavafipour. I am the owner and chef of the Persian Palette. We are a catering company and meal delivery service. Excuse me. In this presentation, I'll focus on one of the services I offer, which is our weekly family meals. Family meals are a 5-course meal delivered hot into your home. I deliver to the Denver metro area Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. and it is $25 per person with a 2-person minimum per order. The meals include Persian appetizers, entrees, sides, and desserts. In addition to serving family meals, the Persian Palette is committed to being of service to the community. I donate the same family meals to the unhoused community every week, as well as make other community members aware of what our unhoused neighbors face and how they can get involved. You can find more information about me, the Persian Palette, and our menu at thepersianpalette.com. And excuse me, just take a deep breath and find information about our weekly family meals and the menus that we drop weekly, and that will be on our Facebook page and on our Instagram. You can move to the next slide. All right, so market environment. My market environment is other Persian and Middle Eastern restaurants. I'm also competing with Uber Eats and DoorDash because they are delivering hot and fresh foods to people's doors as well. Yeah, next slide. All right, my target customer is health conscious, socially aware, usually have a expendable income, and they are, because I deliver to them, I know they're usually in homes. They're either owning or renting. Yeah, and I think due to my philanthropic style, I tend to attract a lot of socially aware and conscious folks who are looking for a way to feed their bellies as well as the community. So that's a great special thing about me. All right, next slide. Okay, so like I said, my product is the prepared meals that are delivered straight to people's homes. We are delivering in the Denver metro area, going as far as Boulder and Longmont right now. And my message is that I deliver Persian experiences and dinners directly to people's home. Not only are we delivering hot food, but it's an opportunity to have your family and friends gather, have just a communal time with one another. All right, next slide. Okay, some marketing strategies that I have come up with is to create videos about the Persian culture and different foods. And most recently, I'm working on a video about Nowruz, which is our Persian New Year, and that's happening in a couple of weeks. And there are special altars that we create, special ceremonial foods and desserts, and we will also be including those in the family meals. So that's what will be in our upcoming video. I'm also doing free family meal giveaways for folks that like the page and share posts. Another tactic is to be very clear and open about how the Persian palate impacts the community and all of the work I do. I tend to keep that to myself. And I think with being more open, I can, expand my reach. Next slide. All right, my big rocks, me for sure. I do cooking, deliveries, marketing. I do it all. I also have a few delivery drivers on call and a prep cook that I utilize. My what is a reliable cooking space. I am also hoping to acquire some more social media management to help me with that, and storage space as well for packaging and foods and things like that. The where is directly to people's homes. Next slide. All right, so the operation cycle for the Persian palette currently is that I create a menu and post it on multiple social media platforms. Then I communicate with my customers and finalize the numbers for the week. I do pricing. I evaluate which grocery stores have the best deals on what for the week, acquire my groceries, plan, prepare, and organize. Wednesdays and Thursdays are my cooking days. And then Thursdays, I give drivers maps, we load delivery vehicles and deliver. And then that evening, I'll get back, clean the space, and get prepared for the next week. And Fridays, I drop the menu for the next week's family meal. Next slide. All right, so as far as capital needs go, I've got a delivery vehicle here that I would like to be able to have a 4-wheel drive vehicle for when it's snowy. Equipment, there are a couple of items, and I've also included what I'm paying my drivers and prep cooks weekly. So right now I'm working purely off of profits, and hopefully there are some prospective loans in my future.
1 minute to go. Oh, you're almost done.
Okay, and yes, I just wanted to thank you all for being here tonight and listening to the inner workings of my baby and my dreams come true. I look forward to growing with you all and hopefully serving you all as well. Thank you.
Yay. Awesome job.
I think you made everybody hungry with that one. So we'll take another moment just so we have the surveys filled out, and we'll start staging for the next entrepreneur. You guys are doing a great job, by the way. All right. We have Ken Kelly next.
Just give me a moment to adjust my camera, find it easier for me to speak on stage. Hopefully you can see. Hi, I'm Ken Kelly, owner of A Boring Burger, not your ordinary food experience. With the with the goal of creating an unforgettable experience through the fusion of food and music, brought to you by local musicians and myself, while showcasing our talent through food and karaoke. Our goal is to have every guest leave feeling like they're a part of something unique and wanting to share it with others. Good food, good music, and a great time. And with our fresh smoked boar bacon and handcrafted boar burgers, we're anything but boring. Next slide. And with the market right now, the food truck industry has an estimated value of 1.6 billion in 2001, with an annual revenue of roughly 2.7 billion. With an industry growth of 2.1% each year and an annual market growth of 6.6% a year. Burgers are the most profitable food truck item out there per cost. And yeah, next slide. Our target customer is 25 to 44 years old. I found in my research that roughly 43% of the market is between this age, with another 20% being under 25. They enjoy trying something new, they enjoy supporting the community, and they like that wow factor, the cool factor, social media, posts with pics, posts where they're at, and showcasing what they're doing. Next slide. My 4 Ps. Product is handcrafted burgers and fresh smoked boar bacon. My price points will be $10.50 a burger, $8.25 for ribbon fries, $6.50 for fried pickles, $3 for soda, and $1.50 for water. With the placement of being outside local distilleries and bars, music venues, and parks. And the promotion will be good food, good music, and a great time. Now, my marketing action plan involves using as much of social media as I can. With Instagram, I'll be posting ads, beautiful pics, nice, pretty pictures. TikTok will be more comedic outtakes, bloopers of people up at the food truck or anyone singing. And with Twitter, it'll be more location and menu updates. And the one I'm most excited about, which I kind of got an idea from friends of mine in the music industry, is incorporating a street team marketing, which is just people out on the streets passing out flyers and hanging up posters and stickers. Next slide. And for my big rocks, I'd say it'd be my marketing content and myself. Because in order for this to succeed, it's going to have to be a show. People will want to see it, want to be there, and want to participate. What social media content marketing and my street team, if they can do their job, if I can do my job, then the word will get out. Where? Online and in person. And for my operation cycle, since I'm still developing the business itself, and I don't have the truck per se, or even a cart at this moment, it'd be develop recipes, design and fabricate the equipment, build the pop-up platform. Oh, sorry, there are too many P's. Get licensed and certified, get all up to code, and have everything all safe and for my area. Build relationships with local vendors and talent. That way I know who I'm going to be working with coming up. Develop and refine my operations and start cooking. The next slide. Next slide. And this is just to start up, just to get the basics. I know it could possibly cost more, and most likely will, because there's always hidden costs. But my approximate cost would be roughly $500 for a trailer or flatbed, $650 for materials to refurbish, build, or find equipment for it, $450 for inspection fees, and this could go up depending on local jurisdiction because of the fire marshal and what they have to check out for the equipment. $325 for the license and fees, and $300 for the initial cost for the first pop-up. After that, ideally, everything should flow itself. If you have any questions, you can always find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, or reach me at aboringburger@gmail.com, or reach out and call me at 303-994-002. Thank you.
All right. Great presentation. Again, just giving everybody time to get those filled out. And our next entrepreneur is going to be Jeremy Davis. Looks like 3 food-based businesses in a row here. Jeremy, are you ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be, Roadhouse. Well, good evening, everyone. And I want to thank you for coming out and joining us. Joining me with this presentation of my business, Mama Jean's OGV LLC. I'm the owner, chef, founder, and friend, Jeremy Davis. Here at Mama Jean's OGV, we focus on feeding the body and soul properly with all organic, gluten-free, and vegan delicious food, because we believe in you, and we believe the healthiest you is the best you. Next slide, please. So, our market environment. My research has shown that there are at least, or there have been at least 594 food truck businesses in Denver as of 2018. And there are at least 40 which are vegan. Looking at the numbers and projections, more and more people are going to a plant-based diet. People are investing more and more money into plant-based diets because this is a better way. According to vegantravel.com, Boulder and Denver are two of the most vegan-friendly cities in Colorado, and Aurora is right next door. It's a prime area to be developed into an even greater vegan market. Colorado is number 3 on kpfk.com, or I'm sorry, kpfk.org's list of Google searches for vegan restaurants. Again, I've stated 40 plus, there are 40 plus known small businesses as my competitors as of 2018. Mama Jean's OGV will focus on all organic, gluten-free, and vegan food as a guarantee. Next slide, please. So our target customer. These customers are those who are vegan, are organic, are gluten-free for dietary reasons or for religious backgrounds, or both. They will earn possibly $45,000 a year and up due to the sheer cost of the groceries in the grocery stores in the current market climate. These people are disenfranchised and are sick of reading labels and asking about their food at many of the restaurants that they would like to go to or are attending. They're on the go, they're progressive, intelligent academics, and they do their research. So quality is a must. They're very healthy. They own homes in Denver, in Aurora and Boulder, and some even in Colorado Springs. Now their ages, the age of this, or the age members of this market are from 16 to 90 years old. Now I say that because as people grow older, they will intuitively wish to stay around for the people they care about. That in turn will lead to a more healthy lifestyle. These will also be, or may also be, trenders or influencers. And I believe most importantly, they will care about the environment, and they'll care about it enough to go to a plant-based diet. But we also welcome everyone else who wants to enjoy our delicious food. And thanks for going to the next slide, Mouse. Now, our 4 Ps. So the 4 Ps are, coupled with my life experience as an organic gluten-free vegan and my cooking experience, which will enable me to get my message to my customer in these ways. Our product, which is our service in 10 minutes or less to all customers coming to the food truck, depending on hours for deliveries, if they choose it. Now, we specialize in Southern style, organic, gluten-free, vegan food primarily. Now, unlike most vegan food trucks, and businesses, these recipes will make our customers wonder if this is truly vegan because of how good it tastes. Now, price. We're going to do a $15 maximum on all food purchases. Well, per item, I should say, or per meal. Some of the on-the-go Delicacies may be less, but the prices may vary. Our placements, we're going to focus on Aurora, Denver, and Boulder. Where we're going to try Denver and Boulder in the evenings, and on the weekends when and where the hotspots are going to be active. These are going to be people who are going to bars and clubs. They're drinking and dancing all night, and they're coming out and they're hungry. Instead of sating their appetite with something that is not exactly healthy, they will be nourished or they may be nourished and satisfied with the foods from one of our locations.
Jeremy, you had 1 minute to go. Thank you.
Sure. Our promotion is our slogan. And so we're getting to the market. So how are we going to get the word out? It's going to be through social media, hopefully a YouTube ad or two. Happy Cow, we're going to do pop-ups when needed, flyers at grocery stores like your Natural Grocers, Whole Foods, and your casual health food store conversations. Our operations, next slide, please. What must be in place to deliver the service? The owner, myself, will need to be there at the beginning, and then our other workers, our other employees who will help save your needs. We'll need a food truck or a large van or containers. All our recipes will be made at the commissary kitchen on a day-by-day basis. And again, we're going to focus on Aurora and Denver. Next slide, please. Our operation cycles, so we're going to schedule. We're going to prep at the commissary kitchen, and then we're going to prep the food truck. We're going to catalog everything in the food truck, and then we're going to deploy to any of the various locations. We'll serve the people. We're going to collect payments. We're going to see feedback, and we will return and reflect and update and restart process. Next slide, please. Now, I've taken the liberty to render 3 different options for if you are interested in our business. Whether it be a food truck, which would be larger, the total of $25.80, small truck $15.80, or a cart, which will be about $10.80. Our projected earnings are as displayed underneath each of these categories. Next slide, please.
Oops.
And I want to thank everybody for joining me and for giving me your time and listening to me talk. Mama Jean's OGV. My name is Jeremy Davis. And you can reach me at 303-229-0753. Our website is under construction, and our social media platforms are also under construction. But thank you.
Good job, Jeremy.
Ooh.
A lot of information goes into a business, and it's tough to get it in under time all the time. Okay, still giving everybody enough time to fill out their surveys while we prep for the next entrepreneur tomorrow with 10 toes down.
Did you change my colors?
No, I did not.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Tamara. I am the owner and founder of 10 Toes Down Waterless Pedicures. I am a Colorado licensed nail technician, a certified advanced nail technician, a certified foot care nail technician, and currently working on becoming a certified wellness pedicurist. Waterless pedicures are eco-friendly, more sanitary, and polished surfaces tend to last longer. Next slide, please. Excuse me. Traditional nail salons are my competition. There are over 793 nail salons in Colorado, with there being 72 salons in Aurora. To date, there are over 21,000 active licensed manicures in Colorado, with over 2,000 in Aurora. Please keep in mind, these numbers do not represent nail technicians offering services out of their homes and or students. So there may be persons providing manicures and pedicures services while completing, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous. There may be many persons providing manicuring and pedicuring services, but while completing my research, none of the nail salons indicated waterless pedicuring services as their main scope of business. Also, during my research, I was able to locate 700 podiatrists in the area, which will allow me to incorporate and have a referral program for diabetic patients. Next slide. My target customers are everyone that utilizes their feet, whether man or woman, over the age of 12, with no real cap on age. I would like to focus on, again, everyone: military personnel, service-related personnel, retirees, gym enthusiasts, diabetics, and those that basically enjoy pedicure services. People with diabetics, high blood pressure, and oh my gosh, and people with high blood pressure patients. Sorry. People who may have had trauma to their toes, as my services also include toenail restoration and a bracing system for ingrown punctured toenails, ingrown and punctured toenails. We use our feet daily, yet they are the most neglected part of our body. Next slide, please. Waterless pedicures are more sanitary and have very low risk of cross-contamination, as there is no soaking. Traditional pedicures utilize 12 to 14 gallons of water each service. Waterless pedicures are eco-friendly. The only water that I use are for cleaning, sterilization, and steam towels. My average price of a service is $55 and up. Waterless services tend to last longer, and exfoliation and dry skin treatments can be addressed more efficiently. Next slide, please. Right now, I offer $25 off of a book service for first-time clients. I am working to complete brochures, which will allow me to educate at pop-up shop events and introduce myself to podiatrists with hopes to become a referral system to and for them. Of course, I would like to be more consistent with my social media posting. I run the day-to-day operations. I complete the services, I complete the follow-ups, I do all of the marketing. All of the services are completed by me out of my salon suite in Aurora, Colorado. I would like to incorporate podiatrist physicians for educational purposes and more hands-on experience, which will allow me to educate more during pop-up shots and in the salon suite. Next slide, please. My operation cycle, which work with my big rocks, are my location to get a larger space. Right now, my space is a little bit smaller, so It's just me and my clients only. So it does go with the own private room. I would like to bring in additional staff, an additional licensed nail technician, someone that has the same servitude and passion for what I do. I would like to incorporate more education, collaborate with more barbers, beauticians, estheticians, to do some type of soft openings or just to get the word out and to educate, attract and educate. I'm working on my website, and which I would like to incorporate a blog regarding healthcare and foot care, diabetic care for foot needs. And I am working on producing my own products, a CBD scrub, as well as a cuticle oil, CBD cuticle oil. Next slide, please. Thus far, I have pretty much funded all of my business operational needs from my savings and, of course, my 9 to 5 and any customers that I come in. I'm looking to do more pop-up shops and marketing, which includes the brochures, again, the pop-up shops, supplies that can help me produce my additional retail products, my rental space, as well as my education, my continuing education, at least per year. Next slide, please. Again, I am Tamara, owner and founder of 10 Toes Down Waterless Pedicures. I can be found at 10toesdownwaterlesspedicures.com. Please, I don't mind getting petty, P-E-D-I. So make your appointment at 10toesdownwaterlesspedicures.com. Thank you.
Yay. Woo. Woo-woo.
Nice.
That was educational. I know a lot of people probably haven't heard of waterless pedicures. Okay. So up next, we have our entrepreneur, Gabriel, with Wolf Street Studios. Gabriel, are you there?
Yes. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure everything works.
Give me a moment. I'll bring up your slides.
All right. All right. Oh, here, one sec. I can't see it on my screen. Sorry. Don't dock my time. Okay, here we go. I can see it now. All right, my name is Gabriel Roldan, and I'd like to welcome you to Wolf Street Studios, the music recording studio for the independent artist. We're located in Denver, Colorado. You can reach out to us at any time to get scheduling or membership information through our email at wolfstreet.music@gmail.com. You can reach me at my phone number, 303-521-8504. And you can reach out to us through our Instagram, which is at wolfstreet.music. And again, that's Wolf Street Studios, the music recording studio for the independent artist. Next slide. Now, when it comes to the marketing environment, where exactly does Wolf Street fit in the world of music recording studios, especially in the Denver metro area? Well, currently in the Denver metro area, there are 61 total operating recording studios, 24 of which have no reviews of any kind, which typically means that they're typically sound engineers and music producers that run a music studio on the side out of their own home just whenever they can. Typically, these studios charge anywhere from $100 to $300 per hour with no additional support after they deliver their product. Where Wolf Street differs is we will give you the opportunity to work with multiple producers in-house and the opportunity to network with multiple artists in-house. And then the biggest key difference between us and them is after we deliver the product, we will help you establish your own distribution method and your own marketing strategy. All of this for a membership that ranges from $100 to $250 per month. Next slide. Now, when it comes to our target customer, we're actually targeting anyone who's 18 to 35 years and older. So pretty much just Gen Z to millennials and beyond. Gender is not an object, so every gender is welcome. And as far as skill level goes, when it comes to the musician that we work with the most, is we work with amateurs the most, and we bring the music out of them. But we're not going to turn away intermediates or professionals either. And as far as interests that we are looking for when it comes to our target customers, they genuinely just have to be interested in music, their own music, improving their music, and turning that skill into a marketable asset for themselves and staying independent while doing so. Next slide. Now, when it comes to the 4 Ps, product, price, place, and promotion, our product is simple. We help the musician record, mix, and master their music, deliver it to them, and then show them how to set up distribution methods on their own, as well as marketing strategies on their own. Price, we offer a membership price that ranges from a tier of $100 to $250 a month. Place, our studio will be located in the 80010 area. And when it comes to promotion, I intend to bombard the internet with static and video social media posts on all platforms. That means Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. And we will have representation at local events around town. Next slide, please. And now when it comes to that action plan, first step, again, is just bombarding social media. I'm really looking for those viral posts that will really generate some generic and authentic following within just our local community and beyond. The second step is to persuade or just ask nicely for our clients to also post about their experiences at Wolf Street. And then the third step would be to, again, have representation at our local events, specifically the events that center around arts and music. And then the last step of my plan would be to cultivate a relationship with local venues so that we can have flyers and posters and just a really strong presence within the music scene in the Denver metro area. Next slide, please. All right. When it comes to the big rocks, the first rock, people, I will be handling the acquisition of all equipment, handling the marketing, and taking payment, especially at the beginning, which will leave our producers within our studio to work directly with our clients and just make the best possible music for them. As far as space goes, all of our products and services and client interaction will happen within studio and be created in studio, and the equipment will be stored in studio. Speaking of equipment, all of the equipment will be the exact equipment that you would expect from a professional level recording studio. So we're talking condenser mics, dynamic mics, headphones, soundproofing, instruments, and of course, audio engineering software and the computers needed to run that software. And when it comes to the workflow, the flow will be pretty much the same that you would expect from any other recording studio. The client would come in, work with the producer to record and then mix their music. And then where we differ from everyone else is after we help them create their music and deliver that product, we will then help them establish their own distribution methods and marketing methods so that they can remain an independent artist on their artist journey. Next slide, please. Now that cycle is pretty cut and dry. Step 1 is, of course, we entice the client. We really get them interested in Wolf Street and in being an independent artist. And we show them the possibility that they can take advantage of. Then we confirm them. And the confirmation process is really just establishing what tier of membership that they want and accepting that first payment. And then we set up at least minimum 2 sessions right off the bat. So we get that immediate commitment from them as an artist, and they get that commitment from us immediately. After their sessions, we set up a mixing session so that they can actually sit down with the producer that they're working directly with and really get into the nitty-gritty of audio engineering. and maybe even pick up a few skills along the way. And then finally, we confirm that they actually like their master recording before, you know, everything is said and done. And at this point is where, again, we differ from a regular recording studio that exists today. At this point, we will then help them establish their own distribution method and help them create a marketing plan unique to their personality and their artist persona. And then we will continue to follow up with them in order to keep them wanting to come back and record more music with us. And then, of course, we will also be nurturing new clients at the same time. Next slide, please. When it comes to our capital needs, the budget that I have established is essentially my desired budget because we currently don't have a space. So starting with equipment, if we can find a space that can fit at least, well, hopefully at least one studio booth, I've got it down to an exact number. It would cost $5,860. Hopefully, give or take, mostly take a couple dollars, depending on what equipment I can provide on my own. If we find a space that can fit 4 studio booths, then that would cost $23,440 to fully outfit these studios with everything that you would need to make professional music. Now, when it comes to marketing, there's no reason that we should be spending over $150 of our budget. And as far as location, my desired rent would be $3,000, hopefully no more than that per month for the location as far as rent and bills go. And upkeep, what I mean by that is any additional items that we would have to purchase in order to make that space unique to us. Right now I'm budgeting $1,100, but that might go up if we get fancy. But right now, all of my capital needs will be fulfilled by money coming out of my own pocket and any grants or loans that I acquire in between now and my launch window. Next slide, please. And that is Wolf Street Studios, the music recording studio for the independent artist. Again, my name is Gabriel. If you are at all interested, first of all, thanks for listening to me. But if you are at all interested in Wolf Street Studios and our story, scheduling information, or membership information, you can reach me directly at 303-521-8504. Hopefully I don't regret that this is live streamed. Same my phone number. Our website will be launched soon. It'll be linktr.ee /Wolf Street. So that's linktree/Wolf Street. Our email is wolfstreet.music@gmail.com. And the best way to reach us right now is through Instagram, which is @wolfstreet.music. Again, thank you so much. And I am Gabriel. This is Wolf Street Studios.
Woo!
Good job.
Awesome job.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down now. So just one sec. Okay.
Well, look at some of the comments in the chat that you have, Gabe.
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate that. So far, sounds.
So I just wanted to make sure that everybody has enough time to fill out the last form. And then from here, we'll move on to the next session where we'll have an opportunity to chat with some of the entrepreneurs and just network and give some feedback. So I believe we'll be put into breakout rooms momentarily when everybody's ready.
Can we just have everyone unmute and applaud all the awesome presentations tonight? That was really, really great.
Everyone.
Super awesome. It was really fun to see what you all are working on.
think the only demographic I fell into was Mikey's demographic of 1928. Everybody else aged me out.
You're looking so good for 1928. Is that the filter on your Zoom or what?
Yeah. So I believe we're waiting on the breakout rooms.
Hey, we are ready.
All right, there it goes. Slowly watching everybody disappear into the ether. I think Jen and Jasmine are the last two.
Jasmine, do you see an option to join a breakout room?
And you